Hey guys, it's Destiny, and we recently got revealed that Jing Liu will be the first character of the 1.4 update. So I thought I'd go over what we know about her kit, some things I noticed in the live stream, and some cases I feel like she'd be awesome for you guys' accounts. If you guys enjoy videos like these, make sure to subscribe, and now let's get into the video. To begin, let's go over what we currently know about Jing Liu's kit. Jing Liu is an Ice Destruction class character who has 2 phases in battle. She's able to accumulate stacks, which will allow her to go into a Mara struck state, and as we can see from the live stream, she will need 2 stacks in order to go into the Mara struck state, which she can get stacks from her skill and her ultimate. In the stream, it shows Jing Liu using her skill without the transformation, and she gained 1 stack, which we can use for the assumption that her skill will be able to only gain a stack out of the required 2 to transform. Once Jing Liu, of course, does transform, it also shows her doing AoE damage with her skill, draining the health of allies, which it was mentioned that when she does drain the health of allies, she'll be able to buff herself up, so we can get a buff Jing Liu. We do not know the percentages, of course, but this is definitely interesting to say the least. She also will no longer consume skill points during this form, and also she cannot use her basic attacks anymore during this form, and the Mara Struck form lasts as long as she has these stacks. So she'll have 2 stacks beginning, since you need 2 stacks to transform, and then they'll go down each time you use an enhanced skill. It kind of reminds me of Blade when he uses his skill, and he'll be able to do his enhanced basic attacks and not consume skill points. Similarly, when Jing Liu is in her Mara Struck form, she will not consume skill points, but of course, since she can't use her basic attacks anymore, I would assume she also cannot regenerate any skill points either. So that's definitely a thing to keep in mind when you are playing her. As for her ultimate though, it will hit a main target and adjacent targets and gain her a stack for her Mara Struck state. So this is another way to gain stacks, which is really good. As for her technique, it seems to freeze enemies, and also it looks like she'll be able to start off with a stack for her Mara Struck phase, which this could be really useful for being able to get into her Mara Struck phase pretty quickly once you begin a battle. So this can allow you to dish out a lot of damage really fast. So for my initial impressions on Jing Liu, her base kit looks really strong, and I'm pretty sure her traces will also allow her to be pretty powerful as well, even more powerful than just her base kit. So her main DPS capabilities look pretty promising. Also, before we carry on, I wanted to ask you guys what your favorite holiday is. One of mine is Halloween. It can have a mix of fun and spookiness throughout the night, and the best thing is the snacks. I wanted to show you guys Tokyo Treat and Sakura's Co. Halloween snack boxes, which are monthly snack boxes, and for October, there are plenty of tasty Halloween-inspired snacks that come straight from Japan. Tokyo Treat's box for October is called Halloween Snack Haul, which is definitely a snack haul to say the least. There's even a cute Halloween chocolate pie Pokemon snack, which got me super excited since it has so much cute and fun Pokemon on the design wrapping. As for Sakura Co, there's a bunch of delicious delicacies to try out. The boxes also come with booklets to let you know about your snacks and also Japanese culture. Thank you to Tokyo Treat and Sakura Co for sponsoring today's video, and make sure to check out their snack boxes in the description down below. But now let's carry on with today's video. As for partners or concepts, since Jing Liu drains health from allies in her secondary Mara Struck form, you'll definitely want to be able to sustain your team really well. And high HP allies can also be pretty beneficial, since they'll be able to have more sustain for themselves naturally. Healers can be pretty nice, such as Locha, Lynx, and so on, but I do think Fu Xuan can actually be a really nice touch. He has a lot of HP, she can self-heal herself, so let's say her health gets too low, well, she'll be able to heal herself. She can increase the max HP of allies, which can further increase their sustainability, and also increase the crit rate of teammates, which can further help Jing Liu's damaging potential. So Fu Xuan in general might be a really good partner, and for those who did pull Fu Xuan, this can definitely be a consideration. When it comes to other teammates, Blade will possibly combo pretty well with Jing Liu as well due to him losing health from her, and it'll allow Blade to have a synergy with her and do more follow-up attacks. So let's say you actually put Lynx, Blade, and Jing Liu together. Lynx will be able to put a taunt on Blade, and Blade will now get hit more often. And Jing Liu draining health from allies will allow Blade to also follow-up attack really often as well, since now he's getting hit more often, and he's also getting his HP drained from another source other than himself and also getting hit. As a result, he'll be able to hit the max ultimate cap for his ultimate, doing as much damage as possible faster, and he'll also be able once again to like follow-up attack more often. So I think this combo, just based on her base kit, will be pretty good, and Blade can possibly be a really good sub DPS on your team as well. When it comes to possible partners with Jingliu, she likely can work honestly with a lot of characters as long as the team has pretty good sustain. I don't think her kit is super restrictive. I think that you guys, when you do play her and when you guys do get her, if you decide to go for her, you will need to keep in mind that you will need sustain, I feel like, to keep up with her draining the health of the team. When it comes to Memory of Chaos, Jing Liu will likely also be able to perform really good, in my opinion, just based off what we know, as well as just endgame in general, due to her AoE potential. And as we've seen, AoE has been pretty good, especially with characters like Dan Hong Il, Blade, Kafka, so AoE is definitely, in my opinion, really good right now. And also, depending on how much her multipliers go and potential buffs, this can definitely raise the bar quite high for her damaging potential. And as for reasons you may want to pull for her, I feel like she offers a really interesting vampire-like playstyle, which can also make for pretty interesting team comps and things to keep in mind when you do play her, of course. So I feel like she could be a really cool option for a main DPS. Plus, if you do pull her, I think that makes you officially a supporter of me because of the fact that she has a moon headband. I just think it's really, it's pretty cool. So I'm definitely excited for her. If you guys like her design and possibly even the lore, that could be a great reason to go for her, which personally, that's the reason I want to go for her. Her kit is awesome though, from what we've seen so far. She also has a really good banner, which consists of Tingyun, Qingque, and Sampo, and all of them have really incredible eidolons as well as awesome choices to build for your accounts. So when it comes to the banner value, it's pretty good as well. Now, for reasons to not pull her, if you guys already have a good amount of DPS characters built of like different elements, like let's say you do have Kafka, Dan Hong Il, Blade, possibly even Zila, like let's just say you have a bunch of DPS characters and maybe even Yang Qing is on your account, that could be a reason right there to pass on Jingliu, since from what it seems, it's mainly that she will just be another main DPS option. Based on her kit, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty promising in my opinion, just based on her possible strength. But when it comes to, I suppose, the full-on uniqueness, or like, let's say, okay, what does she do differently? It's mainly the vampire-like playstyle. So it ultimately comes down if you guys like that playstyle. And if you guys also are considering the Zila rerun, or even Topaz for her playstyle, then that might be a reason as well where you may want to actually skip Jingliu to try to get one of these other characters. I do think 1.4 in general just has really, really good characters, so it may be a little tough to know fully, okay, which one do I want? So it just comes down, I feel like, to playstyle, because all three of these characters honestly look really good. Ultimately, it just comes down to that, and I personally, once again, I have no doubt that she'll be a really strong character based on what we know about her so far. But that'll be all for today's mini video on my initial thoughts on Jing Liu. I will be releasing way more content on her very soon because we are approaching her release. But I thought I'd share my current thoughts on her, and if you guys are interested in a fun video about Jing Liu, make sure to check out the video on my channel or at the end screen to see more of that. If you guys enjoyed the video though, make sure to subscribe, leave a like to support the video, and let me know what you guys think about Jing Liu, and if you actually plan to pull her, or if you guys are thinking about possibly skipping her and going for one of the other characters in 1.4. But I hope all of you have a great one. Peace.